You guys remember that clip, right? That was when Joe Biden called out the GOP for wanting to cut Medicare, and Marjorie Taylor Greene and the entire GOP yelled back, "You lie." Yeah, well, now that the GOP has control of the House and the Senate and the presidency, they're going to cut Medicare. The program for retirees, the program that's universally loved by everybody that's on it, the program that people have paid into their entire lives, they're going to cut it. Now, I can already hear a bunch of you guys saying, like, look, I've read the bill and it's not in there. Well, you're right. It's not in there because they're not dumb enough to just put it out in black and white that this is what they're doing. But they know what they're doing. You see, the GOP is planning to use something called SPAYGO, or the Statutory Pay-As-You-Go Act of 2010, to make these cuts automatically so they don't have to put them in black and white and actually face the ire of their voters. The Statutory Pay-As-You-Go Act requires the deficit over any 10-year period to be under $2.3 trillion over that 10 years. And any new outlays, whether it be a tax cut or a spending increase, that increases that deficit over $2.3 trillion automatically triggers the government to do what's called sequestration, which is across the board cuts over a variety of programs. Now, behind me is a letter from the Congressional Budget Office dated May 20th of 2025. If you don't know what the Congressional Budget Office is, it's a nonpartisan organization within the federal government that's only job is to score the financial impacts of legislation proposed by Congress. And this letter states that unless Congress enacts subsequent legislation that would offset these deficit increases, i.e., raising taxes or paying for the cuts that they're making, waive the recordation of the bill's effects on the scorecard, meaning they can waive PAYGO if they want to, or otherwise mitigate or eliminate the statutory requirements, OMB, the Office of Management and Budget, would be required to issue a sequestration order not more than 14 days after the end of the current session of Congress to reduce spending by $230 billion in fiscal year 2026. In order to meet that $230 billion cut, they'd have to take $45 billion from Medicare for 2026, and that number would grow each year until it reaches about $75 billion in the year 2034. Now, $45 billion may not seem like a lot of money to a program as large as Medicare, but it's going to have real world impacts, and those impacts are going to include reduced hospital reimbursements, which are likely to impact hospitals located in rural and poor areas more so than other areas. It's going to lead to reduced doctor reimbursements. It's going to lead to reduced subsidies for pharmaceuticals for seniors. And it's going to lead to lower reimbursement for home health and nursing care for seniors. So we're looking to cut our elderly insurance program to pay for tax cuts for people that need them the least. Got it.